Hey everyone, welcome to Workbench Wednesday. Something I'm going to start up by doing hopefully every week. Might not be every single Wednesday. Just kind of want to go over what's happened in the past week, what I've been working on, what's coming up, maybe things I've ordered and gotten sales that have been going on, stuff like that. Um, First on the bench right here is the Jolly Green build. It's almost complete. Second video is going up on Friday, so in like 2 days or so. Um, Still adjusted the electronics. That's going to be going up on Monday, hopefully, as long as I can get out. Hopefully I can paint this and get it out this weekend to test it out and crawl. If I don't get to do that, then probably Friday after that to get that video out. I just don't want to put it together, show you guys the truck, and then not show you any footage of it actually doing anything to see if it actually is capable of anything. Still need to swap out the inserts on this. The inserts are way too dense, if you want to call it that. I think there's 6% infill. I have some 4% ones I just printed yesterday to swap out. I did put 4% in these ones. I think in 4% in these should be fine because they're pretty close together. This one I almost thought about going to 5%, but I'm gonna try the 4. The 6 was definitely, it's pretty solid with 6. But I'm gonna swap those out. Those are Team Revolt 3D printed insert design. Actually look like this. So I think these all have the red ones in it too, but now I have gray usually, but this seems like it's probably like the 6% or so. It's pretty stiff compared to these. So yeah, that's pretty much good to go electronics wise. I just need to, like I said, paint it, get it out on the rocks. I also ordered, I've been wanting those little scales to weigh the corners, but the problem is with something even with like a 6x6, I'd have to put a piece of wood down or something, steady it all in those little scales. I think they're by CKRC, kind of like the ones that they do the speed run GPS. I ended up buying just 4, and also it's like $7,500. I ended up just buying 4 kitchen scales. These delivered, on Amazon were like $24. So, and also I can just plop it on every corner. And this one, I can just put it on, and I don't have to put a piece of wood underneath it. Hopefully I'll be able to read the edge there, but I think if I turn it, yeah, and it still goes on it. So, see how that goes. Not as compact as the little ones, but yeah, it's a little bit, you could definitely get it on there, but the squish of the tire plus having this, yeah, this will work. Let's see what else we got. We got some tires came in. I think it was Tower Hobbies had some sales for J Concepts parts. Look at this massive tire. It's a 2.9 wheel, 7.13 tire. This is for the Red Cat Vertex came out, and I really wanted one of those, but I found out that the Yikong YK4061 is the same truck, just with a buggy body on it, and I ordered that on AliExpress, and it was literally half the price. Now it's skyrocketed back up to like 700, I think, because Red Cat kind of was like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you undermining us with half the price? But these were on sale for, these wheels were I think $24 a set, so 48-ish dollars. Whereas usually any 2.9 wheel is like 100 plus or 100-ish, so starting out. And these are the Proline. It's a steel stamped aluminum ring, and then it's a plastic housing, 17 mil hex. And then these are the J Concepts tusks. The stock foams are ridiculously heavy, but I don't really want to try swapping these out until I get the truck, because those are bigger trucks, it's 6 scale. So maybe it's okay for it. I feel like it's not going to be, and I'll have to 3D print something for these. But yeah, those came in. Let's see. Also on sale were the Proline Super Swamper Boggers with the wheels in them. I didn't care about the wheel part. I'll probably maybe swap them out. I don't know. I just realized this one came messed up. The lug's like, oh, the lighting's horrible. But if you can look at that one right there, the lug's not made correctly. Oh yeah, there we go. There's like a, what do they call it, a short shot in the plastic, I think. I wanted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I have 6. Originally I bought just these 4. I was like, oh, that'd be cool on a truck. But then I went back on the site and I didn't realize the dually carbine wheels were on sale. So I bought enough of these because I've been wanting to make a dual axle dually. I bought enough of these to make that. So then I ended up going back on Tower, A-Main, all of them, and these were sold out. So I'm like, crap. Oh, I can't get them. So I already had some '06 Voodoo KLRs, the V1s. I had one set of them, and I had to make an A-Main order for some brass for the Wizard that's hopefully coming soon. I've been waiting since May on. So I ended up just, the KLR V1s are still on sale. So I ordered 6 more, to do. So that's what one side of the axle is going to look like. So then you're going to have dual axle, and then the fronts, you can make these a single wheel. So then they'll all match. That's my biggest thing with dualies. And half the time you can't make the front match. So these ones, you can make it a single wheel. You just don't have the inner second ring and all that stuff. So these will go on something else, and I just apparently have that. So another 6x6 maybe, or just a 4-wheel drive truck and 2 spares to mount on the back. I don't know. And then I'm going to have 1,000 of these apparently. Just kind of ordering the parts for this now. It's going to be over the winter build. The problem I'm having is I live in New Hampshire, and in the winter I can't crawl. So I'm kind of curious on what I'm going to end up doing over the winter for. I can do builds, but I can't show you guys how they work. So that kind of brings up another, what could be a questionable decision on this. I'm thinking about changing the name of the channel to CKRC Garage. I do mostly crawling, like 95%, 98%, 99% probably of my RC stuff is crawling. Crawling trails and, the minis and stuff like that. But I do also have like a drift car that I occasionally use. I ended up actually changing this out to be more of a speedrunnish type car, but it never really got that great. But then I also have a WL Toys, what is it, 104401, I think it is, that I do a little bit of speedrunning with. I got a Type and Grom that was on a sale on Amazon. Put a brushless system in it. Did speedruns with it. Stock was 22. I got up to 67 so far, but I still got to do some gearing. I have a couple of bashing trucks. It's a Red Cat, something I can't remember what it is. I don't use that as much because I hate when I break stuff and then I have to fix it and I can't use it and then I got to pay money, and that circle of money goes. And then my big thing too that I recently wanted to do was I got a Traxxas T-Max and a Traxxas Nitro Revo, and then a Duratrax Warhead Nitro. Those are all like early 2000s, late 90s trucks. Huge, the huge 1/10 monster trucks, Emax size. And I want to convert those to electric. Well, 2 of them are going back to my buddy. The T-Max and the Nitro Revo are going to go back to him. One he's going to keep, one's going to give to like his nephew, I think. And then I'm going to keep the Duratrax Warhead. So I want to convert those to electric just for fun. I know it's not cost effective or anything like that. And I bought like a Fusion 8 to throw in my Warhead. And then I also I pre-ordered the Fusion 8 SE or whatever you call it. It's like the economy one that comes in the Vertex and then the Econ. I also actually pre-ordered the Elite to Elite or whatever, the Pro that's shorter, the new one that's coming out. Straight from Hollywing on both of those. We'll see when I get those. But I wanted to put those into those trucks just for fun. And I don't want to put that up on the channel too, but being called CK Crawling, I don't want to mix it up and people see CK Crawling and then go to that. The other thing is too, I've never really cared for the name CK Crawling. I kind of just threw it out there at first as my Instagram handle. And then I was like, well, I wanted to make some YouTube stuff about my RC 3D print files. So that's why I just kind of continued it because I already had it on Instagram. But I'm thinking about doing the CKRC Garage just because it's kind of inclusive. I honestly, it's 99% of the time it's going to be crawling, trailing trucks. That's what I have mostly. I don't have as many of the other ones. I have like one of each of all those. So that is probably going to happen, honestly. I've been back and forth about it, and I think I was going to do it. Even if I do not end up doing that, I think CKRC Garage just kind of sounds better. Sounds more of like a channel. CK Crawling, I don't even know where I just kind of popped into my head and I used it, and I just kind of was stuck with it there. So watch out for that. Don't be alarmed if it changes. It's going to be the same stuff, honestly, like just a little bit of added stuff. And I'm not going straight up to, bashing and all that stuff. It doesn't really get my juices going for the bashing and stuff like that. That's just more for fun every so often with the kiddos. And the speedrun stuff is more just to see if I can. 22 miles to 67 just by swapping out the brushless was kind of cool. It was a $25 brushless system, cheap, Like I said, we'll be like 99% still crawling. It's just a little bit of other stuff thrown in there. Maybe like one of the videos a week will be that, and then one will still be crawling at least when I do have a project going for the other stuff that's non-crawling. Like I said, this is going to be up soon. You're seeing a little ahead of time of the videos, but just kind of wanted to throw it on there. That's what's on the bench at the moment. I have an update video coming for my SCXN 6x6. I did a bunch of modifications, cleaned it up, bit different tires, definitely helped it. I have an update video on my Gen 7 coming. I just had the overview go up on that. Of course, as soon as I talked about how the links have been working for months, I ended up breaking one the other day. Anyways, that'll be Workbench Wednesday. Will be something like this. It won't be as much probably. This is just me trying to explain it and also talk about the name change that's going to be coming. Hopefully people don't get upset about that. I know people kind of subscribe for the crawling stuff mostly only, but I know that a lot of us do. A lot of us also do other RCs. So I'm hoping that if, mostly you're into crawling, it doesn't really deter you away from it. We'll see. Let me know what you think. But I'm like 95% sure I'm going to do it. I still don't have many followers, so I feel like it's an okay time to do it. But that's Workbench Wednesday. What it's going to be? Maybe just a little shorter. I'm going to try to keep them 15 minutes or so, give or take. That's what I'm hoping for. Maybe a little less. It's more just an update. And that'll be it for this one. Have a good day.